Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I appreciate the all the views that we're getting on YouTube and especially on the website. The traffic is increased a lot in March, so thank you. This is a current forecast outlook for Punta Roca, the next event on the WSL schedule that's starting tomorrow in El Salvador at this point break. And what I'll do is go over a few forecast maps that show some of the swell coming out of the southern hemisphere, talk about a potential big day for finals for this event, and show Spaghetti Surf and its outlook. Okay, so behind me, we'll start out with windy, and this is swell and windy. This is a little bit different from my wave power maps. This just has swell height, which is part of that calculation, but we also include swell period in the wave power. But it shows nicely some energy here in the southern hemisphere coming out of areas to the east of New Zealand, and a couple low pressure systems down there generating a significant swell. And what's going to happen? Well, currently, I'll just start by identifying the current conditions in El Salvador. And if we look at the swell that's reaching Punta Roca right now, it's about 4 foot at 15 seconds, and it's been a southwest swell like this in this range for the last few days, and it appears from the videos I've seen that the surf is head high or a little over head high. So I think the models indicate this is going to continue into the first day of the event. So I'm confident they're going to run the event for the first day or two. So what windy shows us here as we move to Friday is is even more substantial swell energy in the southern hemisphere. And this will make its way north. And what's going to happen as we get towards a week from now, next Tuesday, you could see that swell is making its way north, not too far off the coast of Central America. So I think around next Thursday is going to be, at least as it looks right now, the prime day for running a big finals day at Punta Roca. Okay, so this is my own version of looking at this swell energy coming out of the southern hemisphere. I don't have it as far south as windy because of the data set that I'm pulling from. But this is wave power, and I'm just going to animate this. So this, I'm starting off next Tuesday and next Wednesday, and you could see here that the energy in the southern hemisphere reaches, I'll back up here. So this is showing this energy here reaching El Salvador. Okay, so we have Spaghetti Surf for Punta Roca. I put this in a couple weeks ago, so we'd be primed for this event. And what it's showing is decent swell today and surfable, certainly surfable swell for the event. The event starts on Wednesday, April 2nd. And right now we're looking at 4 to 5 foot surf this is a southwest swell, as we showed in some of the animations or some of the other plots coming out of the southern hemisphere, about 15 seconds. And this should provide fun surf for the start of the event. Again, I think they're going to probably run the first couple days and get some heats out of the way. But what is most apparent as we look over Spaghetti Surf here is this swell event again that's in the extended forecast around next Wednesday or Thursday. And so what SpaghettiSurf is showing us here is very certain forecast for the next 8 days. You see all the recent model runs have very tight grouping, again, which indicates some certainty in the forecast, 4 to 6 foot surf. And it starts to diverge about 9 days from now. And that's when the southern hemisphere, this big swell in the southern hemisphere appears likely, or appears, I should say, possible. And what I'm pulling, what I see with SpaghettiSurf here is a certainty in a swell event. All the models are showing some type of increase in swell around next Wednesday. The size is uncertain at this time, but one of the powers of SpaghettiSurf is this trending that it allows you to pick out. So each one of these are recent model runs. This is the latest model run, and this tells us that the size is trending upwards for this swell event in a little over a week. It's also telling us that it's trending sooner. So an older forecast had it peaking potentially at the end of the day on Thursday. Newer forecasts have it arriving about 12 hours earlier and peaking a little bit earlier as well. So again, some of the power that you can get from SpaghettiSurf is this trending information, both in size and timing for swell events like this. So I'll zoom in on the first few days. And what this is showing us is this wind that rotates. Let's start at the first of the day. It's out of the north, which is offshore there. So it's essentially a land breeze that develops cooler air over the mountains near the coastline there in El Salvador, flow down the mountains at night and go offshore. And during the daytime, the land heats up, the wind reverses, and you get a south wind throughout the afternoon. And then that rotates back around out of the north at night. And it appears for the event that the winds are not going to be an issue. It's going to be very predictable, this sea breeze pattern where we have super clean conditions in the morning, and about 10 o'clock in the morning local time, the wind is going to start ruffling the water, switch around, and that sea breeze will kick in. But it is something to consider. All the heats that start, at 9:30, 10, and especially 11 o'clock are going to be different than those heats that start early, and heats that are late in the day, where the wind kind of lays out a little bit, will be a little more favorable for wind versus that midday, those midday heats. So I'll back out here and show you again the wind every day. Just about, it reverses and goes from north in the morning to south in the midday with the sea breeze. So looks like a good event, fairly predictable surf. It's really this southwest swell from the southern hemisphere, over a week that will be the focus. Just wanted to touch base and give you my thoughts on this next upcoming WSL event in Punta Roca. Thanks again. Bye.